In this video, we're going to answer the question, is it better to use your permitted development rights or make a full planning application? This is a question that we get asked quite frequently. Should I use permitted development rights or should I put planning permission in for a full application? And is one worth more than the other? I think generally there's a common misconception that somehow permitted development rights is not quite as valuable or as concrete as a full planning consent. So in answering the question of whether to use permitted development rights or a full planning permission, I would ask myself three questions. Firstly is, do you meet the permitted development criteria? If you don't, then we have to go for a full application. The second question I would ask is, do you need to preserve your permitted development rights for anything else, like a Class Q barn conversion? If you do need to preserve them, then don't use permitted development and we'll make a full application. The third question is it a complicated or a larger scheme, and are you going to be over the maximum size? If so, whilst you might be able to utilise permitted development for one or two buildings, you're more than likely to have to make a planning application for other parts of the scheme, so it might be worth considering doing a planning application for the whole thing at once anyway. If the answer to the above is that you go through and yes, you can still use your permitted development rights, then use them. It's a much cheaper, easier and faster way of achieving planning consent or planning approval for an agricultural building. So in answer to the question, permitted development is a grant of planning consent really. It is just granted more generically within legislation rather than a bespoke planning approval that the local authority grants you.